few one questions that you.
All right, cool, yeah.
So if you were assembling your band of Avengers, a musical lineup that to rival anything that the outer universe, the aliens can throw at us.
Yeah.
What would be your Avengers? Well, who would be your Avengers?
Like, let's say if I was making like a rap group, right?
Yeah.
The rappers I would have in there, I gotta have Tupac, just like the energy and the message that he had.
Yeah.
And just like when you hear his voice, he's just so powerful, and the passion he has in his voice.
Right.
I'm gonna put Nas in there as well too, because we're gonna need someone who's strong with the pen. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
He's gonna need to put down the good. How many members can I have in this?
Okay, let's just say you got 5.
5? Okay, so we got Tupac, we got Nas. Next one's gonna be obvious, Jay-Z.
Fair.
My idol, and I think he's one of the most underrated lyricists. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
We're gonna get Lauryn Hill in there.
Lauryn Hill.
We're gonna need someone.
Where are we going with this, man?
We're gonna need someone on the hooks, man.
Where are we going with this?
We're gonna need someone on those hooks. We're gonna need
Hill.
someone on. She's one of the only rap artists, by the way, to win Album of the Year, period, at the Grammys. So
wow. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna need someone. We're gonna
Hill.
need someone on the hooks, and she's also good with the bars as well.
Yeah.
And the fifth member, and this is one of my all-time. It's an obvious one, but I saved the best for last, which would be Biggie. Rest in peace to Biggie, but
you've definitely got a type. That is what I'll put it as. You left out
the golden era of rap.
Yeah, no. Anytime someone makes a list, there's always going to be somebody that is mad at it, and I'm mad at it right now because you left out Lil Wayne, you left out Eminem, you left out who else did you?
I left out mad people, right?
Oh my
god!
God!
But I put in Lauryn Hill. I remember to put in Lauryn Hill.
Like, why would you put in Lauryn Hill? Nah. I would sooner put in Meg the Stallion before I put in Lauryn Hill. What is this?
You're gonna get so many people mad at you, bro.
No, I know.
That's so funny.
No, but yeah, no, that's fine. No, that's a squad right there. That's a good squad.
No, we would come back and we would dominate and get all these TikTokers out of the way, out of the charts.
Yeah. So if you were doing like a straight shooter between, let me see, if you were doing a straight fight between Kendrick and Lil Wayne, who would win?
That's going to be tough. That's actually going to be very tough. I love Kendrick so much, but I feel like if we're doing like a rap battle, I feel like just the way that Wayne raps, I think Wayne would probably win. Just with the way that Wayne raps, right? Because Kendrick is a highly skilled lyricist.
Yeah.
But like his bars are more so like introspective, right?
Yeah.
Wayne can kill you with the punchlines.
Yes.
And they're punchlines that are very apparent. Like you don't have to think about it, right?
Yeah.
So I think in that setting, Wayne would probably take it home. Yeah.
Okay. So let's take it even. I'm about to scandalize you, man.
Oh shit!
Now, if you put all the 3 of the modern day female lyricists, you put Minaj, Nicki Minaj, you got Cardi B. I don't know if Meg Thee Stallion can stand in the same level as them, but
we'll put her in there.
Throw her in there.
She's definitely doing her thing now.
Yeah.
She won 3 Grammys. She's really making a come up. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you were to set up those 3 in a lineup, don't worry, I'm not gonna ask you. When I said scandalized, I know the question. No, that's not the kind of. Yeah. That's not the question I'm trying to ask you.
Got it. Yeah.
Which of them would you say is the best rapper?
Okay, I'm gonna say Nicki Minaj.
What?
I felt,
What am I hearing?
I'm gonna say Nicki Minaj. Honestly.
Why?
I think in recent times now she's kind of getting some slack, but I think Nicki is really underrated for her lyrics. Okay. And just her flow and the cadence she uses and the characters that she comes up with too. I'm like Roman, like she's very creative with her writing stuff.
Right.
And I think the complexities and the pinnacles she's reached as an artist, I don't feel like I have felt that from Cardi or Megan Thee Stallion yet.
Ooh.
I will say I think Megan Thee Stallion is doing a fantastic job, and I think she's getting kind of closer to that level of Nicki, but I think it's undisputable that Nicki is still the best female rapper.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a hot take.
Yeah.
That's a hot take. So in terms of like up and coming, up and coming to a point level of artists, which rappers are you looking at now and going, ooh, that's next up?
Next up, definitely.
Obviously, apart from you.
No. Like, yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of people call him an industry plant, but I'm really interested to see what Baby Keem will do.
Okay.
In the near future, I really liked his Family Ties song with Kendrick.
Yeah.
I already mentioned JID. I know he's kind of a little bit more established now at this point.
Yeah.
But I think that he still has a lot of room to even grow further.
Right.
And really just like dominate the industry.
Right.
Kind of like be the new Kendrick
type
role. So those two people I'm very much so interested in right now. Not really a rapper per se, and he's been at it for a long time, but JPEG Mafia.
Okay.
I just love the experimental aspects of his music.
Yeah.
And he produced a lot on like the recent Kanye album that dropped.
Right.
So I think that it's giving him kind of like the platform now to really just elevate to a level he hasn't yet.
Yeah.
So those are the three people at the forefront of my mind right now.
So sprinkle a female MC in there.
A female MC in there?
Yeah, sprinkle a female
I don't think you're going to like this answer.
You're going to say Ice Spice, aren't you? Don't do that.
No, I'm going to say Sexy Red.
Oh my God. I am done. Why? Like, why?
No.
Why?
Her music, right?
Yeah.
Say what you want to say about her music, but if we're talking about who I foresee coming up and kind of dominating the industry, like her fan base she's already getting like a very loyal fan base.
Right.
And they really like her music. And her music is catchy. I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to hold you on that one. So
Okay. So I mean, if you answer yes to this question, I'm literally
interview over.
Camera
thrown away.
Camera thrown away. I'm breaking the microphones. Are you a Swifty, my guy? Are you a Swifty?
No, I'm not a Swifty, no.
Oh, oh my God. Oh, that was a dangerous point we got to there, brother. We got to a very dangerous point in this conversation. I was scared.
Yeah.
I was like, if you told me you were a Swifty, you'd have broken my heart. No, it's all good. So.
I also want to mention another artist. Not a hip hop artist, actually an Afro beats artist.
Yeah.
But Ashake, definitely.
Oh yeah,
I think he's coming up really like. I think the type of music that he's making is nothing that I've ever heard before.
Yeah.
Coming out of Africa, like the way that he's blending, because people think it's just Afro beats, but he's also blending different genres as well.
Yeah. He's
putting amapiano in there. He's putting like traditional Nigerian gospel music in there as well too.
Yeah.
And he's making it something new. So.
Shout out Ashake. That guy's my countryman.
Yeah, exactly.
No, there's a lot of there's so many artists coming out of Nigeria right now.
Yeah.
You know, and Afrobeats is and Amapiano, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
It's at a point right now where the world is really acknowledging.
Oh yeah, African music is on the come up for sure.
Yeah.
Like even you saw at the Grammys, I think Tyler won the Grammy for Water.
Yeah.
Should have went to DeVito, but it is what it is, you know.
Yeah. Among some of the scandals this year, I don't understand what's going on in this world.
No, but full respect to Tyler, honestly.
Yeah,
she deserves. She deserved. They both deserved it.
Yeah.
You know, but music is subjective, so we can make our opinions. You know.
All right. He said it, I didn't. Anyways, so as we round up, what would you say? I mean, you've had an eventful. You've had a run, my guy.
It's been an up and down journey for sure.
Yeah. You know, coming from where you did to the point where you are right now. You know, trying to find your way around, and having some success.
Yeah.
Which that's not bad. You always want those moments of clarity, right?
Yeah.
And seeing where your future goes. What would you say is the soundtrack of your life?
Like if I could pick an album?
Yeah, if you could pick an album that defines your journey, what would that be?
Let me see. Oh, there's so many good albums. Honestly, right now, this is just an answer for right now. But I don't know if you know the album "Black on Both Sides" by Mos Def.
Oh no, I don't know that one.
Check it out. Check that album out. It came out, I think, in '99.
Yeah. So what was it about the composition of that album that would you say best? Like maybe if you could pick songs that you say define different.
Hip hop went from selling crack to smoking it. Medicine for loneliness. I'm feeling like felonious and dizzy. That's what it is, bro.
Man, just low key just dropped it.
That's my favorite.
Okay.
That's my favorite song on that album, Hip Hop.
Yeah.
The song is literally called Hip Hop, and it's talking about the elevation of hip hop and the progression of hip hop and everything.
Yeah.
But the entire album, Black on Both Sides, what he was saying on that album, still resonates to this day.
Right.
I feel like, okay, I like it even more than I like Illmatic. I'm going to be completely honest with you, bro. Like,
man's just full of hot takes today. What is this?
No, like the album is just a masterpiece, and
right.
the story and the journey and how it relates to my journey and what he was saying about just coming up as a young boy in Brooklyn, witnessing a lot of violence and finding hip hop as a way to find his identity is something that I resonate with when I look at my story, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily parallel, but there's similarities in the sense that I came from a difficult situation, was searching for something to identify myself with, to feel like I can relate to something with, and that was through hip hop music, and that's the overall message of that album as well. So
right,
I think that's why I call it the soundtrack to my life.